Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a really quick, easy, and affordable way to hook up a set of bookshelf speakers to your computer. Most people, I think, on their computer will probably either use the internal speakers that come with your computer, which oftentimes aren't very good, or they'll buy computer-specific speakers. Now, computer-specific speakers typically have built-in amplification. So you hook up your 3.5 millimeter cord or your 3.5 to RCA cord and provide the signal, and then you are used to just turning the volume knob up and you have power. Now those speakers get plugged into the wall, they have power. Those are a whole separate thing from what we're going over today. Today what we're going to be going over is bookshelf speakers. Now a bookshelf speaker is what I have here to the right. It wouldn't fit in the frame, but I'll be hooking this up later and kind of showing you it put together. But a bookshelf speaker is a speaker that is not powered. So it has a driver, it has a tweeter. Sometimes you might find one that's just a one-way design, which has just one driver in it, but it does not have any power. So it needs power. And I think a lot of people maybe don't know how to incorporate those into a computer-based system. So it's really easy. It can be really affordable. And so this is just a quick and dirty way to basically get you up and running using your computer to power a set of bookshelf speakers. So the first thing you obviously need is a computer. That's pretty obvious here. There's two options for the next step. You can either kind of grab one of these. If you have this lying around, this is a 3.5 male to 3.5 male cord. And if you have one of these, great. If not, you can pick one up on Amazon. They're about $8 to $10, and this will go into the headphone jack on your computer, just like that. The other option is to use one of these cables. If you have this lying around, great, use it. If not, you can use this. It's about the same price on Amazon. It's going to be a 3.5 male right here to RCAs, which is red and white. Same thing, you're just going to plug it into the headphone jack. So when you do that, the computer is going to be outputting a signal from it. It's going to be converting it to analog. So it starts as a digital signal, as ones and zeros. The computer is going to convert it to an analog signal, so all the music will be already transformed into its waveform. And then it's going to be taken into this amplifier so that the signal can be amplified and you can actually hear it over a set of speakers. So there's two options. With the two different cables that I have, this here is the LePai LP2020A+ amplifier. This is great, especially for bookshelf speakers or high efficiency speakers that don't need a lot of power. You can get this amp on Amazon for 28 bucks. It's super reliable. It's got a lot of connectivity options, which I'm going to go over here in a second. So if you go with this cable here, the RCA option, you're going to plug the white part right in there, the red part right in there, and you're good to go. If you go with the if you go with the 3.5 millimeter cable, you're going to plug it in just like you would the other one, but then you have this single cable. Well, this amp actually has an input for MP3, which is basically just this. You can go either way. You can actually have two different sources. I don't want to make this too complicated, but you can actually have two sources go in here at the same time and play either one. To my knowledge, this will play both at the same time, so make sure you don't hit play on both your devices. But more than likely, you're just going to have one input. So I don't mean to confuse you, but I just wanted to let you know. So you'll have one of these going into one of these outputs. One of these inputs. You have a power input right here. So you have your wall wart that you're going to plug into your wall, your AC outlet, and then this goes right into the back here. Once you have that, the power button's here on the front. You're just going to power that on. You've got your clip binding posts back here, your positive and your negative. You're going to get some speaker cable. Now the speaker cable you can get on Amazon, or if you have some lying around, you can use that. It's such a short run probably that you're using and such low power that the speaker cable, the quality of it is not going to make that big of a difference. You just want to make sure that if you hook the red up to the red here, that you continue that onto the back of your speakers. So you're just going to pull this clip down like that, kind of make sure that the wire's all together, hook that in there, and then take the other cable and then hook that into there, and it'll latch onto those. So let me go ahead and kind of put this all together, lay it out, and you can kind of see what it looks like all put together. So here's the final product all installed. You got your 3.5 male cord coming out of the microphone jack. It goes behind the computer and then gets plugged into the MP3 jack on the back of the Pi 2020 Plus. And then you've got your speaker cables plugged into the appropriate binding posts here on the back of the amp. And then they get hooked up to the back of the speakers. I've got some banana plugs on the end. You can buy those on Amazon, or you can just hook up the bare wire to the appropriate red or black terminal on the back of the speaker. And then you have your power switch here on the front of the amp. So off is 0, 1 is on. It's good to go. So there is a down and dirty way to hook up a pair of bookshelf speakers to your computer. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a really quick, easy, and affordable way to hook up a set of bookshelf speakers to your computer. Most people, I think, on their computer will probably either use the internal speakers that come with your computer, which oftentimes aren't very good, or they'll buy computer-specific speakers. Now, computer-specific speakers typically have built-in amplification. So you hook up your 3.5 millimeter cord or your 3.5 to RCA cord and provide the signal, and then you are used to just